How's it going, people? We're back with another one. There's been an update to do with the Ghetts case. A name and a photo has been released. So RIP YUBIN. Yeah, there has been a few updates with the court case and stuff like that. So we're going to get into that. But if you can subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, like, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's get into the video. Let's get it.
Yeah, what? If I was drink driving, and no, I wouldn't dare stop. It would have been a motherfucking full-on chase. The passy nose on the look on face. Left, right, skirt, reverse, push on brake, jump out on foot and pray. Lord have mercy on my soul, please forgive me.
So yeah, and it's crazy how the world works. You know, word for word, he had spoken to existence. You know, he put that song out 4 years ago, and look what's happened. But my worry is the fact this isn't the only time that he is drunk driven, because this has happened before. Clearly, if he's rapping about it in his songs, I wouldn't dare stop. Left, right, I was drunk driving, I wouldn't dare stop. What was that, 4 years ago he said that? And come on, let's be honest, we rap about what we do in our life, some of us anyway, you know what I mean? I've been through many experiences, but I haven't put it in my songs. Kind of stupid enough, you know what I mean? But anyway, there has been an update with the case in court. He 110% done this. He isn't admitting it. The police went to his house. It must have been about 3 hours after the hit and run had taken place. The police went to his house. He was completely unaware of what he had done, denied it, coward, absolute coward. Car wasn't on his drive. The police had then searched the area. Black BMW they had found, smashed to bits. He had said he collided with a car. Now, if you collided with a car, wouldn't you stop there as well then? It's clearly not going to add up. The police thought, yeah, all right, whatever. And you would take it onto your drive, you know what I'm saying? So, and there would have been a report made, due to a collision. The car was that messed up because sadly, it looks like he had hit him about 70 miles an hour. And the courts spoken today and had said that YUBIN had been flung 60 feet in the air and Ghetts drove off. A woman that was walking down the road that had seen it went over to him, and there was blood everywhere. His belongings, parts were all over the place. So she did try and perform CPR on him until the ambulance arrived. And shortly after that, that's when the police then found Ghetts and clearly didn't believe a word that he was saying, which rightly so, because he definitely did do it. The lady that had seen the incident had remembered his reg plate, and that's how the police could track him down. So that exactly brings him to the scene. We have seen the CCTV. He still isn't admitting it. He said he had a collision, that there was no way. But when the police arrested him, they had taken him into custody and had done an alcohol and drugs test. He was way over the limit, and there was cannabis in his system. So yeah, he had both of them. So yeah, it's mad. I don't get it. The guy is in his 40s. If you do end up doing stuff like this, which people do, like I say, I'm not putting myself on any high horse or anything like that, but these are the things you do when you're like 18, 19, Sadly, I lost a very close friend of mine. I love him dearly, I miss him dearly. He's been gone since 2011. He was 18 for a similar thing, you know what I mean? I've got into cars with people, driving under the influence. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all put ourselves in dangerous situations. But not when, you're nearly touching a mill, and you're the UK's one of the UK biggest rapper, you know what I'm saying? You must know enough people, enough women, enough men to drive you home. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know why he didn't get a taxi. He's got enough money in the bank to not even make a dent in it, not even a minute dent. The money he's got, he could have caught a taxi from one side of England to the other side of Wales, and it wouldn't have touched the bank. No way. So why are you driving under the influence? You know what I mean? It ain't cool. You're risking your life, you're risking other people's lives. Why are you doing it? You know, and sadly, this young lad has lost his life. This young man has traveled over from Nepalese to provide for his family. His family still live out in Nepalese. This man is over here at 20 years old on his own, providing money and sending the money back to his family, and sadly his life was taken. It's horrendous. I had seen a TikTok post by his cousin, because YUBIN was the only child of the parents. He was a single child, right? So his cousin had put up on TikTok that there is a GoFundMe page to get his body back to Nepalese. I am yet to try and find that GoFundMe link, and I can link it in the comments or in the description below, hopefully before I upload this video. If not, it'll be after. But if you guys would like to put some money towards the GoFundMe, because I definitely will, any contribution would definitely help, wouldn't it? So just what a terrible situation. One thing which I'm finding very unsettling and disgusting is the comments that I've been seeing online. People have no empathy whatsoever. You know, they're still putting Ghetts on this pedestal just because he writes music. You know what I mean? You know, and there's no doubt probably people that are making these comments probably drink drive themselves, because there is just no empathy whatsoever. Even other people at a celebrity status, they're saying the same thing, and I don't get it. I really don't. I can't see how Ghetts could do such a thing. You know, hit somebody in pitch black, drive off, and just leave him there. Like, you know, he hit a sign or something, just left him there for dead, middle of the night. You know what I mean? Like, it's horrendous, absolutely horrendous. For me, if I had hit somebody, you know, you would be shitting yourself, but you would get out to make sure that person's okay, ring an ambulance, comfort them. You know, I could never drive off. There's no way. I couldn't live with myself. Like I said, this is the thing with humanity. You know, as I've got older, I realised we don't all think the same, and this is the worrying thing. People do not think like you. They do not care like you do. You know, you think, oh no, they'll come round, they'll understand the error of their ways, they'll eventually understand that they was in the wrong, and they'll come round and apologise. No, they won't. People do not think and care like you do. I've seen this as I've got older. It's disgusting. Humanity finished. Yeah, finished. You know, I think it's in best interest just to be like, yeah, I've done it. You know, there's solid CCTV evidence. They had the reg plate, the car's smashed up. This young man has passed away. You know, he's finished. You know, cooked. He may as well just say, yes, look, I've done it. Because everyone knows he's done it. You know, and the people that still stand with him, do as you please. You know what I mean? I think it's disgusting, personally. I wouldn't stand with it. And I don't get it. You know, these videos I see online, it's like, yeah, man, it's what goes on. It's what goes on. And, you know, people just think they're bad. You know what I mean? There's many people drive around drinking, doing balloons at the wheel. You know, if you just think it's a cool thing. But we mainly see this in 18-year-olds, 19, 20, not in your mid-30s, 40s. You know, I don't get it. All these rappers, because it is mainly rappers. You know, it's like you're starting to make rappers look dumb, you know, and they're not, because, you know, they are very, very talented, and it's mainly rappers that do this, you know, make their millions, get famous, and then boom, end up inside, whether if it is driving offences, drug offences, M charges. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't get it. You are living the dream that everyone is chasing, you know. Personally, I don't do music to try and get famous. You know, I do it for a release, for a lifestyle change, to fulfill my mind, my body, help me to get through the day. You know, it's therapeutic. That's what I do music for. And all the things that I've done, you know, the shows, the stadiums, you know, all these things that I've done along the way, they are just bonuses. They are great opportunities that I have taken, that I've come along with it. They are great bonuses, but I do it for that. But anyway, back to celebrities in general. You make your millions, live the dream, and then throw it away. Why do people throw it away? a big man age, a big woman age. Settle down, invest your money, make your money, keep it going, and live happily. You know, you've got out of the bad, the hood. You know, your bad days. You come out of there. So what's the need to be doing stupid things? Then put yourself inside. Do you get it? But anyway, that's all the stuff that I could find with the update of the court case that happened yesterday. R.I.P. to YUBIN. Condolences to his family. Rest in peace, man. It's crazy, innit? Life can just be taken away just like that, you know? And yeah, people need to have more empathy coming out of these comments. Oh, you should have looked, you should have looked. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on this case, and keep on looking through the articles and stuff like that, and see if there's any more information that's been released, because obviously, you know, he's still in custody but not charged. There was this evidence that was released today when he was in court, you know. But anyway, please like, share, leave a comment for some praying hands. Yeah, some praying hands on this one again, for YUBIN, RIP. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell to be notified, and until next time, peace.